Hello and welcome to Tech Deal's Game Performance Review Overwatch. We're playing Overwatch today on the custom-built $350 computer with the Intel Pentium G4400 CPU that I built in the summer of 2016. This computer has 8 GB of system RAM and an NVidia GTX 750 Ti dedicated gaming graphics card with 2 GB of VRAM. We're playing today at 1080p Full HD resolution, high detail preset, 88% render resolution, anti-aliasing on, and VSync is turned off. Fraps was used for the minimum, maximum, and average game performance numbers that you will see at the end of this video. It was not used to record the video you're watching. Instead, an external HD60 Pro hardware capture card was used to record the video that you are watching. No performance was lost for recording this video. In fact, the machine doesn't even know it's being recorded. The numbers in green at the top left corner of the screen are from MSI Afterburner, a free program that you can download from MSI.com. This gives you real-time information about what your machine, your graphics card, your CPU are doing while you're playing games. As we look at the numbers in green, I want you to notice something interesting. The graphics chip is actually not the limitation to further performance in this game. In fact, the CPU is. This game would run much better on an Intel i3-6100 than it does on this G4400. This is a very bargain basement entry-level processor. It's good, it does the job, but if you look at our GPU percentage, we're currently using between 60 to 65% of our graphics performance, the GTX 750 Ti. However, the CPU, the third line, we're using 80+%, and that occasionally spikes to 100. So we actually are using a larger percentage of our CPU power than our GPU power. So a CPU upgrade would get us more performance here than a graphics card upgrade would. Overwatch, frankly, is not a highly demanding game. It will play on many computers, not just the latest and greatest. Now, the temperature of our CPU and our GPU are both very, very low. Take a look at this. Because neither one is being used 100%, our graphics card is below 50 degrees Celsius and our CPU is below 50 degrees Celsius. It's worth noting that the graphics card is a single fan, very basic card, and the CPU is being cooled with the Intel stock cooler. There's nothing special on here. The fan speed is reported as 0 RPM. That is simply incorrect. I needed to close and relaunch MSI Afterburner to get it to record correctly. The order in which I launch Fraps and MSI Afterburner does matter for that particular item, so the fan speed wasn't recorded. I could have redone this, but this was actually a pretty cool battle, so I decided to just use it. Rest assured, the fan is actually turning, so that is not accurate. The clock speed of the GTX 750 Ti is 1320 MHz, and that is correct. Now, the second line memory, that is the VRAM, the video RAM on the card. We have 2 GB of VRAM, and as you can see, we're using about 1.2 of it. For 1080p gaming, Overwatch does not require more than 2 GB of VRAM. In fact, if we were playing at normal detail, a 1 GB graphics card would actually be enough. Not that they really sell those anymore, but it would be. So we don't need any more VRAM than 2 GB. The fourth line is in fact the main system RAM. Now, this computer has 8 GB of system RAM installed. In theory, if you only had 4, this game would work. There's no reason to build a machine with 4 GB of main system RAM in 2016. It would, but there would be stuttering and there'd be some swapping to the hard drive because it would be fully utilized and there'd be nothing left available for a RAM cache. However, 16 is not necessary. For games like Overwatch, for what you're going to use a $350 computer for, 8 GB is plenty. And in many of my videos I say, yes, upgrade to 16, yes, 16 is great. Well, that's true for $500 to $1,000 machines. This is a $350 machine. For 8 is plenty, excuse me. And then finally, you can see our real-time frame rate. Now, in this really busy battle scene here, it's dropped below 60 frames per second. But in much of this, it's been above, in fact, right there, it's 67, 66 frames per second. It varies above and below 60. Considering how little this computer costs to put together, the fact that the frame rate is as good as it is, at high detail level, mind you, we're not running it low, we're running it high detail. Yes, there is Ultra, yes, there's Epic above this. And given the GPU usage, we probably could have set it to ultra, but I figured high would give it a better chance to hold over 60 frames per second, so that's ultimately what I did. Hey, my ultimate's ready. Let's see if I actually make good use of it, and there we go. Will I get him? Will I get him? Come on. No, they ran away. Boo. For those of you who haven't played Overwatch, this is entirely too much fun. I originally bought Overwatch simply to benchmark it because it was popular and new and everyone was talking about it, and I thought, okay, I do benchmarks, I have a YouTube channel, I've got to have Overwatch, so I bought it. I did some game performance videos in it and didn't think much more of it. But then I gave it another try for some reason, I don't remember why, maybe another test, and I started to get into it. I tried a couple of different characters until I found D.Va. Now, for those of you who have watched game performance videos from me, you might notice a reoccurring theme. This is the all D.Va all the time channel. Yeah, I've tried the other characters. I'm sorry, I'm a D.Va fan. I love the mech. I love the fact that she's got these guns that never need to be reloaded. They just fire endlessly. I love the fact that she is a semi-ranged tank. Okay, these guns have terrible long-range accuracy. They're mostly harassing fire at range, but they do damage at range. Not a lot, but sometimes you don't have to do a lot of damage. Instead, when the enemy's being hit, they often will react to me, even though I'm not effective. I could shoot at them for a minute and not kill them, but players panic. They get their damage indicator that comes up, and they go, "Oh God, I'm taking damage. I have to respond." And so while they're busy with me, the real DPS, the real damage characters go and kill them, which is pretty cool. So I get a lot of supporting kills with D.Va, not direct kills per se, unless they're at very close range. In any case, this game is fun. I will put links in the video description below to Amazon, Kingwin.net, and G2A, where you can get a copy of Overwatch. You can usually find it discounted anywhere from 20 to 40% off. It's not brand new, it didn't come out last week, so it's usually on sale at one of those three places. I would encourage you to go check it out if you don't own a copy. The cool thing is it's buy once, play forever. There is no subscription, there's not even a subscription option. There are loot boxes you can buy, which is one way they make reoccurring revenue, but they're cosmetic items only. They're skins and things. You don't need any of them to play. So once you've bought the game, you can play it forever. Queue times for battles are very, very quick. Hey, I just got a 9-player kill streak. That's pretty cool. Queue times are really quick. I rarely have to wait more than a minute or so for a battle unless it's really early in the morning or very, very late at night. But otherwise, it's pretty quick to get into a fight. And there's different maps, there's different game modes, there's escort, defense, attack. Oh, my ultimate's ready again. Will I get him? Will I get him? Hang on, let's see here. Gotta wait for them. Oh, there we go. Come on, use my ultimate. I actually don't remember whether I used my ultimate. I recorded this more than a week ago. There we go. And one kill. Well, that wasn't very impressive. We've got 2 minutes and 5 seconds to defend. So basically, we have to keep them from capturing this objective for the next 1 minute and 58 seconds. If we do, we win. If they capture it, they win. It's as simple as that. It's not hard to pick up and play, which is what I like about this. The other thing that's nice is the characters do not grow in power over time. What is that, you say? They don't grow in power? No, because it would be tremendously unfair and unbalancing if somebody who'd been playing this game for a month was more powerful than you who just started. Otherwise, you just get defeated over and over and over until you finally leveled up like everyone else. Somebody's shooting me from behind. That's not good. Oh, but see, I'm not dead. My mecha was destroyed, and I got somebody. Cool. Or at least I got partial credit for doing some damage to them. Is that Mercy healing me? Oh, healers. All of you who play healers, I appreciate and love you. Without healers, we would not do as well. A team with no healers really can struggle to do well. It's very tough if you don't have a healer. But when you've got a healer, you can dish it out. Because you can then stand in the line of fire. Oh, well, that was just a turret. But hey, it's a kill, it's points, it's experience, it's something. This game is not about leveling up your character, becoming more powerful. This game was about having fun, strategy, using the various characters. Well, I say using the various characters. There are, I believe, 28 different heroes you can play now, even though this is the All D.Va All the Time channel. What can I say? I've tried Tracer. I've tried that new stealth character they just came out with, Sombra, I think her name is. I tried playing as Reinhardt, which is a cool character with the shield and the hammer and the charge, and I get it. Yeah, I prefer to have the plasma guns. What can I say? Ranged tank is pretty cool as far as, oh, I got knocked up in the air. 5-player kill streak. 12 seconds, 10, 9, 8. I think we're going to pull it off. Now, if they're contesting the capture point when it gets to 0, it goes into overtime. We have to clear them out. And 1 second, and victory! We won! How cool was that? Let's go take a look at the results, shall we? Overwatch on a $350 computer, 61 frames per second average, a minimum of 37 and a max of 89. Most of the time, it was between 50 and 70 frames per second. That minimum of 37 may just be a respawn from being killed and going back, whatnot. It was incredibly playable. There was no point at where this wasn't playable. In fact, I ended up playing several matches. I am only going to show you one of them, but it was a lot of fun and completely playable. For a $350 machine, what a deal. Like this video if you like it. Don't if you don't. Remember to subscribe to my channel with the big huge red button down below. Questions and comments in the comments box. And as always, check out my video description. Links to my full playlist of videos, including the build video on this $350 computer. Links to buy Overwatch on Amazon, Kingwin, and G2A. And links to Amazon and Newegg for all the parts used in this machine. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.